This video is about why I failed at achieving my goal of creating 50 videos on YouTube in 4 to 6 months, and why it happened, what I'm gonna do about it. And if you saw my first video, you saw that I made a lofty goal in April of this year. So 3 months ago, I decided I was going to do 1 or 2 videos a week. It's been 3 months, and this is pretty much my second video. So what I thought is I would share this and not take that video down, although I'm embarrassed about it, because maybe it's useful to one person out there. And if there's something that you're also stuck on, maybe there's a goal that you've had, big ticket items that are close to our hearts and need a little tending to. I think of these dreams as the ones that we really need to fan, the dreams of your heart that are a bit more vulnerable. I thought I'd create this video and share a little bit about why I think I got stuck, and 6 ways that have helped me get unstuck in these last few days. Before anything else, it's helpful to have some time to reflect on why you didn't meet the goal, and not to have a beating yourself up kind of session, but really to think about, what was it that got in the way? For me, I've had 2 strong realizations. One is that, as a parent, as a friend, as someone who's a freelancer, it's much easier for me to keep promises that I've made to other people. And it's harder for me to keep promises that I've made to myself. Again, especially around these more vulnerable goals that I have in my life. That's a big learning and reflection. Again, not necessarily new, but good to connect with one of the reasons. And I think reason number 2 is, and maybe you can relate to this, is that in this particular area, I feel like a beginner. I don't feel like I have a lot of expertise, almost like feeling like I'm a toddler beginning to walk, and having the same kind of compassion for the beginner in myself. What I'm going to talk about next are the 6 ways that I've gotten unstuck in the last couple of days since I've had all these realizations. And actually, that's really step 1, is having compassion. And even, dare I say, forgiveness for the one who didn't meet the goal. Because I feel like it doesn't do me any good beyond the reflections to beat myself up over, you didn't do it, you suck at this, take the video down. That kind of critical parent mindset is not so helpful. So, all right, way number 2 is to fast forward to a certain period in time. And I know this doesn't sound fun, but imagine that you haven't met that goal. I set out 4 to 6 months. At the end of 6 months, imagine that I didn't make 1 more video. I just take down that video in shame. I haven't done anything. And imagine how that feels. So if I speed forward to, let's see, April, May, June, July, August, September, and don't make any more videos, I'm gonna feel pretty crappy. And so that actually is a motivator, because I don't want to look at myself in the mirror and say, still haven't done it. Way number 3 is to fast forward to that point in time. Again, it could be 3 months, 6 months, a year from now, and imagine that you have achieved your goal. So imagine how good that feels. For me, if I zoom forward to September and say, okay, maybe I didn't do all 50, but I've got 40 out there, and I'm feeling more confident in my video production skills, and I'm connecting with a wider audience, I'm going to feel so good. Way number 4 is what I call a mindset reframe. So sometimes when I make goals for myself, it kind of feels like this list I create every morning. Like, this is what I got to do today. I got to do this expense report. I got to do my laundry. I have to create this PowerPoint. And it feels like a list of, I have to do this. However, in reality, everything that we do in our life is I get to do. So when I connect with that energy, I get to do 50 videos on YouTube. I get to learn how to create videos, how to edit them. I get to reach people and share my own life lessons and express myself. Yeah, that feels really good. Way number 5 is accountability. And I know accountability can get a bad rep, like, oh God, now I've got to be, it can feel heavy, like responsibility. But I like to think of it as a supportive voice. So anyone in your life that you want to check in with, and just you can also co-create how you're going to check in. So for example, I have a couple friends. I have renewed my own commitment and promise to YouTube, and I told them about it, and I promised that I would just share with them how I'm doing every week. It is nice to have someone to check in with, whether it's a coach or a mentor, just anyone who loves you in your life. Way number 6 is connect with your why. So imagine that whatever goal it is that you have, there's an underlying reason that you want to achieve this goal. So for me, my why on YouTube is to make spiritual practices practical and to help people live their lives and live their truth in a real authentic way. Every time I make a video, I have an opportunity to connect with that why, and that helps me release a little bit of the what am I going to do and how am I going to do it. I feel like I've got some momentum. I do feel like a little action gets you some traction. I'm not sure of the end goal, so I doubt that by mid-September I'll finish all 50, and that's okay. That's okay, but I have recommitted to my journey on YouTube. I've recommitted to the promise that I've made to myself and why, and I'm excited to see what unfolds. If you have questions or if this resonates, please let me know in the comments. I would really, really love to hear from you. Also, I invite you to join my newsletter. So I send out a newsletter every 1 to 2 weeks, and I share my essays there and upcoming events as well. So that is newyorkminutes.org. Thanks for watching.